Ever have one of those moments where you see something and think, yep, this is either gonna be the best ride of my life or the things that finally sends me to the ER? Well, that's exactly what's happening here. A bunch of my friends were posting about this wild motorcycle adventure. The kind of events where you don't just ride. You earn your scratches, you earn your scars, and as they say, only for the brave. Basically, a ride to risk my limbs and sanity, or the perfect stress reliever. Welcome to the 4th FJ MOUNTAINCROSS 2025. So here we are, no more planning, no more second guessing. The grid, Villa Escudero. For generations, this place has been a beacon of Filipino nationalism and heritage, a sanctuary where people come to reconnect with nature, history, and the soul of Philippine culture. But for us, this isn't just a destination. It's the launch pad for something bigger, something that will test our grit, endurance, and how well we can hold onto our bikes when adventures max us on our faces. Now let's look into bike scrutiny. Sounds fancy, right? Like some high-tech mission control prepping for a rocket launch. Brakes, hope they work. Tires, new kicks, ready to roll. Lights, still touch, good enough. And the sticker, baby, 274. But this wasn't just about the bikes. This was about people. In the sea of riders, we found new friends and even some familiar faces. In that moment, we realized something. We weren't strangers. We were a tribe, a brotherhood, and with that realization, it was time to rest because tomorrow, the real adventure begins. Daybreak. Time to get up. The stand-up is here. Excitement, nerves, or both. No more what ifs. This is where the journey truly begins.
CMR Adventures. 5, 4, 3, 2, fire engine, DMR!
Let's go! After the grid, it was time to follow our plotted coordinates. From the epic Villa Escudero, we had a 2-hour, 20-minute ride covering 98.4 kilometers. So the route was to turn right at Kalumpang, navigate the busy streets of Pagbilao, and enjoy the scenic Sipa Twisties, and pass through Cabuyao. So we did a quick stop for a rain check, then a much-needed brunch before pushing through. A few hours of riding in the rain, cold, soaked, but still rolling, and just like that, sunshine. Following the speed guidelines on checkpoint list, we pressed on, keeping it steady, keeping it safe. Finally, we arrived at checkpoint 1, Route 610 in Bitug. One stop down, many more to go. So you've probably been thinking, wait, this is FJ, why does it feel like we've been on the paved road this whole time? Yeah, I had the same question, but don't worry, the real fun was just up ahead. After gassing up and double-checking the map, we pushed forward. 2 hours later, checkpoint 2, Buenavista Road. And from there, we passed through Magsaysay Barangay Road, and that's where things got really interesting. A bit of checkpoint confusion though. Some riders missed the turn towards checkpoint 3. We weren't even sure if we were right until they looped back. That's when we knew this was it. At this instance, no more smooth highways. This was the real adventure. Crisscrossing mountain roads, rough terrains, and loose gravel. Finally, checkpoint 3, which changed the ambience to seasides. But with FJ, there's always one big question. What's next?
Checkpoint?
Yes.
Which number checkpoint are you?
Number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah. You finished already?
Yep.
Ah.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
FJ isn't just riding, it's growing. It's going global. Foreign riders are getting invitationals. And it's not just an event anymore. It's becoming a tradition. And now you know what's crazy. Everything here speaks the same language. Nope, not English, not Tagalog. We're talking about one language that matters. Pure freaking adventure. Alright, enough with the chit-chat and back to reality. We hit checkpoint 4, where we will park our bikes, and guess what? Time to walk to checkpoint 5. Yeah, because nothing says adventure like trading wheels for feet and hiking to Busay Falls. Here's the catch. We weren't exactly dressed for this. Then came the fun part. Steep, muddy inclines, small river crossings, and traffic jams in the mud. As the checkpoint requirement, we snap a photo, proving we survived the trek. Time to move forward, checkpoint 6. Next stop, Magsaysay, Barangay Hall. Our mission is to drop 1 out of 3 school supplies. But we weren't done yet. A few meters down the road, another stop, Lolo Carling's place. We weren't just passing through. We were bringing canned goods because this is the true spirit of FJ. Have you ever seen an adventure bike traffic jam? Well, welcome to mountain gridlock, where the higher we climb, the slower we go. The good news, the breeze hits us, and then the view. Alright, we had the photos. Next mission is to get the next set of coordinates. Simple, right? Yeah, if you had signal. But out here, finding a piece of Wi-Fi or even a single bar of reception is its own off-road challenge. Boom, coordinate acquired. Off we go. Fastest route is via Danlagan Aloneros Road. 30 minutes, 16.4 kilometers, throttle wide open, and just like that, we arrive at the barangay hall. Imagine kids asking for stickers, adults waving, everyone hyped just like we rode on a red carpet, and honestly, a bunch of tired, muddy riders. That energy was contagious. The mission here was to drop off the second of the third school supply donations, share the moments, soak in the vibe, and a quick stop, some smile exchange, photos taken, and then back on the road because the adventure never stops. At this juncture, let's be real, everyone's tired, and you know what happens when everyone's tired? Miscommunication. The coordinates said 3 hours ride, left to Bagong Silang via Maharlika Highway, Pan Pacific Highway, and died. Easy, right? Wrong. As the navigator, guess what? I had to find the path. We only have 3 cardos, and we'd split routes. Find the lost rider before someone ends up camping in the mud. 2 of them took a roundabout route, but eventually we regrouped. Crisis averted, and we're one team again. And then it hits us. Muddy night trail. The moment I knew things were about to get real. My first bike fall. Big bike, tiptoe stance, as long as the bike's moving, no problem. But when your foot lands in the mud pit, yeah, gravity wins, bike down, small people loses. But hey, FJ isn't about how many times you fall. It's about how fast you get back up. And speaking of falls, I went for a second one. And then something amazing happened. The locals rushed to help. Imagine pitch black, mud everywhere, and these guys cheering on us with nothing but cell phone lights and big smiles. Their only request?
May sticker, kuya?
I swear, stickers are worth more than cash in these parts. And just like that, we're back on track. After 6 kilometers of newly cropped road, mud, and questionable life choices, there it was. Paved road, highway, salvation, and then Kuya Jasper drops the bomb. We were already here when we broke off from the team. Before we took off, we did any battle-worn, mud-soaked, half-delirious rider would do. We ate. With full stomachs and half-dead bodies, we mounted up for one last time. Next route, Santa Elena died. At this moment, we had one last problem. Cameras are dead, phones hanging on for dear life, which means no more footage, no more photos, no more digital proof. What came next? Just the road, just the ride, and just us. We reached the intersection of Route 1 to Dait and Route 68 to Tagkawayan. FJ has a rule. When you're tired, you stop. No bikes should move after 10 p.m. Time to crash? Not literally, but get some actual much-needed rest. Good morning, day 2. A hard reset was carried out, freshen up, fuel up, and get back in the saddle. Today's mission, proceed to Dait. Only problem, we were behind schedule. So now, throttle up, but with a speed range, of course, because FJ is about adventure, not reckless speeding. Carving through the curves of Bayabas and Bagong Silang, going through Dait. The scenery, absolutely breathtaking. A perfect mix of chill and flow. The road to Dait was a masterpiece. And just when you think it can't get better. And passing through Malancao Basud, it started to soak us up real quick. So quick that we have to take an immediate brunch break. Because riding wet and hungry, yeah, not happening. Then, just like every other time, the sun peeks out. That's the FJ magic. Rain comes, but it never overstays. And finally, checkpoint died. Exhausted? Maybe, but the ride still far from over. For more than 2 hours on the road since the last checkpoint, and when we thought we could finally cruise, boom, orange, grainy, loose soil. Is this another adventure? Before we turn left, we meet another group of adventure riders. And just like that, story time begins.
Okay. Na parang umano din kayo sa bakbakan din kagabi ah.
Ay hindi kami settingan namin eh. Pumasok kayo doon sa Lusaki, papuntang Calinera.
Oh.
Wow.
Last night's brutal trail, muddy struggles, and a mutual understanding that we're slightly insane for doing this. Using Google Map, it always pops out to find another route. We're quite a little skeptical why we have to take this route, but the locals just told us to move forward. Alright, let's just move on. After slow riding, chilling, taking in the stunning landscape, everything seems peaceful, or maybe too peaceful. And then, traffic jam. Wait, in the middle of nowhere, something wasn't right. A destroyed bridge popped out into our view. According to the locals, the bridge got wiped out in the flood, and now we had one option: cross the makeshift bridge. Small mistake, and it's goodbye motorcycle. So yeah, this was a question of will. We could turn back, or we can send it. One at a time, mini hill climb before the bridge. A little bit of bamboo turn. And send off. At this moment, all of us made it across. And now, I totally understand why Google Maps was low-key enough trying to stop us. So happy enough that we found pavement is stretched, scenic, road is perfect, vibes are immaculate. And then, the road starts changing color. Cement fades into orange. Hold up, this doesn't look right. Boom, unfinished muddy orange soap mess. Well, here we go again. Alright, don't get discouraged of what you see here. This road, it's got potential. Once it's done, it's gonna be a future rider's paradise. For now, yeah, it's a muddy, rain-soaked challenge. So we have to stop at checkpoint 12 at Pinagsama Kotmo, or a group photo. Poor me though, couldn't go full cinematic mode thanks to the weather. A few moments of sea breezing, soaking in the view, and just vibing with the road. Then, checkpoint 13, Kotmo Elementary School, San Fernando, Camarines Sur. So we took a group photo, big smiles, exhaustions hiding behind our excitement. We were tackling a steep, winding barangay road, elevations rising, the view is getting better and better every turn. Then we dropped on to checkpoint 14, the place where we were supposed to rest, but as you know, we are delayed since day 1. Sent the 4 required group photos, so when we got the coordinates, we checked our phones as the new coordinates rolls in. Traversing the provincial roads was pure rider's bliss. From Antipolo, the twisties, and because the weather was finally on our side, Insta fly shots were activated. The road, the ride, the moment, and just like that, here it goes. After hours of riding, we finally reached the checkpoint, and wow, this one's a stunner. We were now traversing the bridge over Bicol River, the 8th largest river in the Philippines. Just when we thought it couldn't get better, boom, Tulong Balud, a perfect frame of the 3 mountains of Bicol, Malinaw, Masagara, and Magayon. And here's the fun fact, this river drops into the 7th largest lake in the Philippines called Patug Lake. Yeah. Sounds like I did my research, huh? Well, had to. Because when you ride, you don't just pass through, you remember. As we push forward, still buzzing on the glory of that bridge pass and the unreal view, something felt off. The road. Wait, where's the road? Time to test our skills on water or, see if motorcycles can really swim. So the plan was to throttle steady, keep momentum, don't stop midway unless you wanna go for a dip, and then we send it. And what a pass. But of course, not everyone made it clean. Some bikes, hydrolock, engine choked up, water got in, and suddenly we had a mini rescue operation. But this is FJ, no one gets left behind. Good news, the bike survived, and we all made it through. One thing's for sure, FJ always delivers the unexpected. Pushing forward to day 2 and checkpoint 3, which is an hour and a half riding ahead based on the plotted destination. Because certain checkpoints require strict speed restrictions such as Libon, Ligao, Ginobatan, and Kamalig. Because on the road, like this, respect matters, especially when overtaking. This stretch is personal. My grandparents are from Albay, and every time I travel here, I always take this route. Why? Because this road holds a stunning view of Mount Mayon. And as we move forward, it just keeps getting better and better. Getting nearer and nearer, and let me tell you, it never gets old. Past Legazpi City, we got another glimpse of Mayon's stunning beauty. Never fails to impress. Some say you have to visit Mayon multiple times just to catch it on a clear day. Today, it showed up for us. 5:27 p.m. We're chasing daylight. Destination Banase Oshao Bridge. And let me tell you this road, chef's kiss. I swear it felt like FJ handcrafted this stretch just for us. No cars, no traffic, just us and the open road. Albay Golf views that belongs on a postcard. So we just stop for a breather, drones goes up. And then off we go. As the darkness creeps on and looms ahead like the set of a horror movie, no streetlights, construction zones, we came up with a steep, rough terrain, and us just winging it. After the headlights bouncing over the loose gravel, visibility dropping to what the hell is even out here. Finally again, paved road, pushing through Poblacion, Aboyog, and Gubat. It's like a post-apocalyptic survival game with a twist of tourism. So we arrived at the Marini checkpoint, and wow, the bike crowd was insane. For a second there, I thought, did we just finish this or is this it? But as my brain caught up with reality, something else was really happening. But no time for that now. Took a photo at the Marinas Barangay Hall and to drop off the last school supply checkpoint based on the requirements. 3 out of 3, mission completed. Isa Wi-Fi is the true hero here because there's no internet in this area. Photos out, photos sent, let's be real, click, 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 upload, and wait for the next instructions. But now, what's really happening?
Dami ng balahaw dun eh. Tapos na ba din ba? Hindi pa. Alam picture lang yung isa. Naglakad. Hindi ka makakalakad. Halos 50 motor na nakabalahaw. Puro adventure na lang. Hindi nga nila lang pagkalala.
Now, at this moment, everything was clear. Traffic jam in the mud. All the team leaders were cold and Kuya Atan was there. So obviously, we tagged along.
Okay. Ang instruction, this is checkpoint 7.
Right?
Okay, you're supposed to go to checkpoint 14. So, this is 7, so you have to do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then to go 14. After 14, take a picture and then send to Viber. A instruction or coordinates will be sent to you. That's it, basically. You can move until 10 o'clock.
Question.
Yes.
Ito lang po ba ang daan? Wala nang iba?
Yes. Yun, nakita mo dalawang GS dyan na GSA na may nakasunod na Marshall. Before that, bikes, turn left. That's it.
And there's another instruction to use. The people here in this barangay hall, if you are here until 9:40, you can stay here.
So laying down the truth, if you move now and join the trail party, you'll be sleeping in the mud tonight. And that's all we needed to hear. The team looked at each other, quickly huddled, no hesitation, because mud is fun, but mud at midnight with no escape, yeah, it's a hard pass. It was time to see the battlefield for ourselves. And now, we get it. This wasn't just mud, it was the black hole for motorcycles and dignity alike. Slippery, sticky, shoe-eating, soul-crushing terrain for motorcycles. Every step was a gamble, every movement, and let's just say, some of us did really fall. But after the ultimate balancing act, we finally reached the site. And looking around at the bikes graveyard left behind, Yeah, this place was chaos. And we really understood why this trail stopped so many riders in their tracks. After the mud apocalypse, we finally hit paved road again. And let me tell you, it felt like a damn miracle. No more sinking, no more slipping, just smooth, sweet asphalt. From Bicol Route 640, we pushed forward to Malinao, Kirangay, Sua, Tampa Provincial Road, en route to Checkpoint 24, Rivera Falls. But before we reached the falls, we hit something breathtaking. The mighty river of Soa. The kind of place that stops you in your tracks, makes you stare, and spark the classic FJ Adventures question. Where does this river start? And where does it end? Every river tells a story. Every turn, a little narrower. Every climb, a little tougher. Vera Falls wasn't just a checkpoint. It was earned. We made it. Now, time to see what makes this checkpoint worth every mile. Alright, time to start walking again. Good news, cemented stairs. Bad news, it's all downhill, which means future us is gonna hate climbing back up. But hey, gravity's got our back for now. Step by step, the water starts talking. I didn't waste time, few rock climbs, couple of slippery steps taken, and boom, there it is. Vera Falls. Postcard perfect gem at the foot of Mount Malinao Albay. Ice-cold crystal water, straight from the mountain gods. This is the same water that flows down into the rivers, streams, and rice fields that keep Malinao thriving. Basically, this place is a natural masterpiece. And after 2 days of eating dust, dodging mud holes, and nearly drowning our bikes, we deserve this. So remember when we happily skipped down the stairs? Now we gotta get back up. By the halfway mark, breathing became optional and suddenly our adventure boots feels like a brick. So we made it up and now back to the saddle, struggle up, next checkpoint. So as per instructions, we rode to the campsite in the gowns. Sounds relaxing, right? Nope. Because let's not forget, we're still delayed. And just in case you miss it, this is still day 3. We just have to take a photo, smile like we're not rushing, happy kids, happy faces. Click, 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 boom, and done. Alright, we got the coordinates. The first checkpoint pops out. And then it hits us, Mayon Summit. This isn't a checkpoint. This is a once-in-a-lifetime, full send, no turning back kind of a moment. So guess what? Off we go. After Tumpa Provincial Road, suddenly the road starts changing. Gray turns to grayer. And that's when it clicks, we're entering a volcanic ash territory. So we reach the checkpoint. Sand plus hard tires equals instant regret. So before we think about moving forward, air down. Tires softer, traction's better, still absolutely no idea what's waiting for us up ahead. Then, we're sent off. So nobody mentioned this part because when hundreds of bikes hit soft volcanic ash at the same time, let's just say momentum becomes optional. Now let's look into some of the highlights of this trail. So we made it to Ako Bicol Monument. You know the drill, strike a pose, take some... Convince ourselves that we're not exhausted, then back on the road. And just like that, cement turns into volcanic rock. The sand, a literally uphill roller coaster. Oh, we choose this. Damn right we did. Because at this moment, we need intel. So there's only one way to find out. It is called a Marites moment.
Doon sir, pwede kayong magmotor pero karamihan naglalakad na.
Saan banda?
1 hour yung lakad sir.
Saan banda yung motor?
Dito yung
Ah, hindi, saan yung lakad?
doon sir papunta sa ano, yung trail na yan.
Ito?
Dito sa baba.
Oo.
May nagbumotor pero ano, karamihan naglalakad na lang kasi madami yung babara na rin doon sir.
Malayo pa to, di ba?
1 hour na lakad sir.
1 hour na lakad?
Estimate average na. May iba mas mabilis, may iba. Feeling ko kayo mabilis kaya 30 minutes sir.
Alright, time to start walking. They said an hour. Was that real or just pure psychological manipulation to keep us moving? Guess we're about to find out. At first, this was fun. We even bumped into Mike Pinisi who threw some words of wisdom.
You're about 1/4.
One quarter?
Yeah. This is the easiest bit. It's just like this. Alright guys.
Yeah, see you.
Other riders were passing by and just telling us a few meters more. Sounds encouraging, right? Because every few meters there was another meter or another climb. At this point, we would like to personally thank the kind souls who gave us food and dates.
Energy.
Pampaboost ng confidence.
Silang yan, guys. Dates.
Oo.
Thank you.
Parang pampalakas ng motivation to kuya. Then cue the unexpected
Idol,
celebrity encounters like Idol Mama Manikis and Jad Lau. We also met Tiger Bernie, Alan, also Tiger Hasim and Tiger Jess. Some riders actually brought their bikes up here. Yeah, real bikes. Mayon was right there, but clouds covered, shrouded, almost like it was teasing us. And finally, the summit. Breathtaking, unreal, every step worth it. At last we reached the top and standing there, exhausted, looking at the world from above. This is why we do it. Tired? Yes. Word out? Absolutely. But guess what? One more ride. Destination, Seruma. And the mission? Beat the deadline 12 midnight. This is it. The adrenaline pushing us forward. No more stops, no more second guessing. Just one final push. Because after everything, we ride to finish. No turning back. Oh, you thought that was the end, huh? Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grid. Place where your mental and physical limits don't just get tested. They get pushed, shattered, and rebuilt. We finished the adventure, we survived the madness, but now, the real question. Am I coming back in 2026? Yup. That's why we went back straight to training, diving into the sands and river of the northern volcano, just a month after FJ. Why? Because next year it's personal. FJ 2026 won't just be me. I'm bringing my son.